When did you get started into music?
I was 14 years old. I was hanging out with a rapper, and I started just playing on his keyboard. And he was like, "Do you know how to play?" And I was like, "Nah, not really." And then he said I was good, and I started laying beats for him. And then I was always writing lyrics, and he told me to get on the mic. And I started rapping and making beats. I released some mixtapes, I released some albums, created a buzz. I started a group with some artists from Detroit and Windsor combined, and I was putting out compilation albums with them. I opened up for a bunch of big acts like Obi Trice, Proof from D12, rest in peace, Paradigm, Kid Rock's DJ, and so forth. But I always had a passion for rock. I had a rock side of me as well. And people always told me, they're always like, Richy doesn't really look like a rapper. He doesn't look like a rocker. He just looks like some punk skater, kind of in the middle, thug, whatever you want to call him. So I decided to join a band as well. And at that point, when I was doing the rap and the band, my fan base became kind of confused. Because when I was putting on a concert, they didn't know if it was going to be the rap or the rock. Some of the fans like this side, some of the fans like that side. It was like what I'm doing presently. I combined everything that I enjoy into one sound. And then it got on the radio. It broke Avenged Sevenfold's record. I mean, I was beating out bands like Fall Out Boy, Lil Wayne. I'm top requested on that major station in Detroit, 89X right now. Like, getting more requests than Eminem and Linkin Park to me is insane, but it's created a buzz. I got label attention now. I'm officially signed with G&G Management, the vice president of Elektra Records. You might know of the bands that they brought out: Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Pantera, and so forth. So basically, that's what got me started, and that's where I'm at right now.
I was going to say, the success that you have achieved so far, how do you stay grounded?
I stay grounded by not going out in public a lot, and by answering to every email, text message, comment that I get online. I spend about 2 to 3 hours a day responding to every personal message, and I see like what the music does to them, and that's what keeps me grounded. If I were to change, and if my ego would get too big, then I think that would alter the way I write my music. It would change my attitude on life, and I don't want that to change. I want to stay like a musician that makes uplifting music, and I don't want to go too cocky. You know, there is a cocky side of me, but I think staying grounded is all about just respecting your close friends and family and staying close to them, because they were there with you before any of this started happening.
They'll probably also keep you in check afterwards. So.
Yeah, as well.
I was gonna say, what was inspiration that you have towards this new album that you're releasing right now?
What inspires me?
What inspires you? Like, what's the concept of it?
It's called Hell City, and as we know, like, this city's been getting, like, the unemployment rate is insane. The suicide rate is crazy. Depression, anxiety, all type of mental disorders are just out the roof. And I've suffered from some, and I've tried dealing with these problems with medication, and it didn't really work. So, I mean, it went as far as I got blackout drunk one night, overdosed on my meds, woke up in the hospital, they told me I flatlined. That's when I realized, like, that wasn't my time. I need to take this music thing seriously. I was given a second chance, so I need to make stuff that is real. Like, I go aggressive in the verses, but in the hooks, I always go uplifting. Always want to uplift. So, like, the concept of this album is like, I'm in hell with you guys, but I want to help you guys get out.
Which is basically like In My Head, that single they have on 89X.
In My Head, yeah.
What's your next single going to be?
I'm thinking it might be The More I Bleed, or Dead as a Child. The More I Bleed is basically about dealing with, it's kind of like In My Head, but on another level.
Deeper, darker level, or?
Production-wise, stepped it up. Lyrics-wise, stepped it up. And morally. It's just, I think it grabs the attention of a wider audience as well.
Is it like mostly rock? Is it like a rock rap thing, or is it totally just melodic?
It goes singing, rapping, singing, guitar solo, done.
Nice combo. Another question I was going to ask you is, what do you think about the Windsor scene where it's going today? Because now you're seeing posters all over the place for different festivals coming in. The show you're doing tonight, we have the Almost Famous tour. Like, is Windsor like a happening spot right now to be, or?
I don't pay much attention to the local scene too much as I used to. I focus a lot on my friends and keeping them together and my family and staying focused on my main goals. And the reason for why I do this is in the past I caught myself focusing too much on other local artists and their achievements, and I was finding myself that I was trying to overcome just that, like, I want to beat this guy up. Oh, this guy just did this concert, this guy sold this many records, I want to do better than that. So I was all caught up in the circle, right? And I wasn't progressing outside of Windsor, right? Once I start focusing on, let's use like Eminem, Linkin Park, like, how are they at the top? What did they do? How did they get there? That's when I started actually growing as an artist. When you focus on yourself and not so much on others. But it's very important to support the local scene. Go to shows, meet the other bands. If they got questions, answer them, take the time, you know what I'm saying? It's having local support, but actually like paying attention to what every little detail that they're doing, I don't do that. I don't even know like who's hot and who's not right now. If one of my friends goes, yo, I'm checking out these bands, I'll go with them, I'll meet them. There are some bands that I like, but like I say, I'm really heavily focused on what I'm doing.
And where exactly do you see yourself in like 5 years from now? Are you still going to be in Windsor getting all bigger? Do you think you might go up to bigger cities like TO or New York or out west, or where do you think you're going to be?
Without sounding cocky, I'll be touring. It'll probably be stadiums.
Stadiums in 5 years?
In 5 easily.
Okay, well, Richy, I want to thank you for taking time out to talk to us today, and I hope the best of luck with your career.
Yeah, one last thing is I want to thank all friends, fans, and family. Live by these 3 rules: love, loyalty, and respect, and you'll be alright.